Hey guys, today we've got a 20-minute yoga session. This one is going to be very beginner friendly, and because I received so many comments asking me to slow down, I have made a concerted effort to go as slow as possible. And I know it's probably still too fast, but I'm working on it. I hope you enjoy this one. This one's going to promote breathing and stress relief. Going to be really great for opening through the chest and stretching your entire body. If you're ready to get started, grab your water, grab your mat, and let's go. Hey guys, let's get this one started on our mats. I would like you to find a nice, comfortable child's pose. So go ahead and come down onto your knees, taking them a little wider if that's more comfortable for you. And allow your hips to sink back on top of your heels, reaching your hands forward out in front of you, and allowing your chest to slowly fall towards the mat. Begin here by centering yourself, taking a few deep breaths. Breathing in for a count of 4, and then exhaling for a count of 4. Allowing your chest to sink towards the mat even further. Filling your lungs, allowing your ribs to expand outwards. Try to let everything else fade away. Allow any thoughts that you have to disappear and focus only on your breath. And if you like, adding a little bit of movement through your fingers, rotating through the wrists. Take note of how your body is feeling, if there's any areas of tension or stiffness. And if you've been rotating your wrists in one direction, don't forget to switch and go to the opposite direction. Allowing your forehead just to rest on the mat, continuing to take deep breaths in and out. Go ahead and place your palms back on the mat, finding your child's pose once more. And I'd like you to make it an active child's pose, really reaching through the fingertips, pressing into the mat through your palms. On every inhale, feeling your ribs expand, and on every exhale, reaching a little further through the fingertips, feeling your hips get heavy as you sink deeper into the stretch. On your next inhale, shift your hands toward the right side of your mat and find a deep stretch along the left side of your body. Again, breathing deeply through the ribs, allowing your body to expand with your breath. Inhaling for a count of 4, and exhaling to come back to center, and then shifting your hands over to the left-hand side of your mat. Reaching again through the fingertips as your chest sinks towards the mat. Deep inhale in and out. Last inhale here. And exhale, coming back to center. Lengthening one more time through the fingertips. And then inhale, pressing yourself up into an all-fours position. Finding your alignment with shoulders over wrists, hips over knees. When you're ready, inhaling, looking up toward the sky, not overarching, doing what feels good. And then exhale, rounding your back to look down toward the ground. Find your own rhythm here, syncing your movements with your breath. Try to think about moving one vertebrae at a time, really pressing the mat away, and then opening through the chest. One more of each, nice and slow. Great job. Find your way back to a centered, neutral spine position. And we're going to stretch through the left side of the body by looking over the right shoulder towards the right heel. Keeping your hands planted. And inhaling back to center, looking over the left shoulder towards the left heel. And back to center one more time, over the right shoulder. And over the left shoulder. And on your next inhale, coming back to center. Okay, let's build on that. So keep your left hand planted, and we're going to take our right arm up to the sky, allowing our gaze to follow our right fingertips. A nice twist. Every inhale lengthening and every exhale trying to deepen the twist. And last breath. Awesome. Let's hit the other side. So go ahead and plant the right hand, lifting the left arm up to the sky, your gaze following the left fingertips. Inhaling, lengthening through the arms, making yourself as long as possible. And exhale, deepening the twist. Okay, last series of twists. So we're going to go back to the right hand side this time, and we're going to extend the right leg and reach the right arm up towards the sky. Your foot should be flexed. Your chest should be nice and open, gaze up toward the sky. Shoulders lengthened away from the ears. And one more breath. Returning your right hand to the mat, tucking your right leg underneath and extending your left foot flexed, reaching through the left fingertips. Gaze up, chest open. And on your next exhale, finding the mat with the left hand and the left knee. And go ahead and come all the way up onto your knees, taking a big inhale as you reach through the fingertips, giving yourself a nice back bend. And exhale, arms back to your side. Option 1 here is to allow your hands to slide down the backs of your legs as you press through the chest to come into camel pose. Your gaze should be upwards. If you're ready to go for a little bit more, find your ankles with your hands, keeping your arms nice and straight. Your shoulder blades should be down and back, maintaining the length between your shoulders and your ears, and you should feel just a tremendously awesome stretch through the front of your body and your abs. Let's go for 3 deep breaths here. And on your next exhale, stacking back to come up onto your knees. And inhaling, reaching your fingertips up to the sky. And exhale, palms together, bringing your hands down in front of you. And then pressing them out in front of you, fingertips interlaced, hollowing out through the back. Looking down towards the ground. Inhaling again. Clasping your hands behind you this time, opening through the chest, gazing upwards. And on the exhale, interlacing, pressing palms forward, hollowing out through the back. Great job last time, inhaling, clasping your hands behind you, and opening, gazing up to the sky. Great, so let's work into the neck and in the shoulders now. So come down into a seated position. Feel free to be cross-legged or kneeling if that's more comfortable to you. And we're going to begin by taking some very slow head rolls. So pick a direction, and I want you to visualize the movement as if your head was like the hand of a clock. Don't skip any minute, any hour, reveling in the motion and then the feeling of the stretch. Noticing any tension, any tight areas. And go ahead and switch directions, making sure that you're breathing through this motion, not going faster one way than the other. And on your next inhale, finding your way to center, giving yourself a big shrug of the shoulders, and then continuing to explore that motion, inhaling your shoulders up towards your ears and exhaling, sliding your shoulder blades down and back. Inhaling again, shrugging, and exhaling, rolling them back. And last one, before we switch directions, inhaling now up and then exhaling your shoulders forward. Go ahead and do 3 more at your own pace. We're going to inhale and squeeze the shoulder blades up towards the ears, and then exhale, pressing the shoulders down. Again, inhaling, squeezing, and exhaling, release. A couple more at your own speed. And last one. Exhaling, finding center, and inhaling, reaching through the fingertips, arms up towards the sky. Gentle back bend. And exhaling to bring your elbows down towards the mat for cactus arms. Once more, inhaling, reaching through the fingertips, and exhaling, pressing down and back through the shoulders and the elbows, cactus arms. Okay, great. Let's find a downward dog position. Walking your hands forward on the mat, about shoulder width, and pressing your hips up and back as you drive your heels down to the mat. And let's begin by pedaling the feet, bending one knee and then the other, working into any kinks. Checking in with your pose, making sure you're still pressing the mat away with the hands and engaging through the shoulders. If you'd like, you can work into the arches a bit, inhaling to come up onto your toes and then exhaling, allowing your heels to come back to the mat. A great way to stretch the bottoms of the feet and the toes. A couple more breaths here, doing whatever motion feels good for your body today. And when you're ready, I'd like you to walk your hands back to your feet and find a gentle hanging forward fold. Maintain a gentle bend in your knees, allowing your head to be heavy and your face to relax. And then what I like to do is add a little bit of a rock from side to side, feeling that great stretch all along the backs of your legs. Any tension draining out. And on your next exhale, coming back to center, bending through the knees if you'd like as you roll up to a standing position, one vertebrae at a time. Inhaling, reaching through the fingertips, making your body as long as you can, opening through the chest. And exhaling, rolling all the way back down into a forward fold position. Fingertips to mat or to shins. And then walking your hands out again to find a gentle downward dog. Take this moment to get comfortable in the pose. And then on your next inhale, reach the right leg up toward the sky for three-legged down dog. Keeping your hips square with the front of your mat. Pressing into your hands, engaging through the back. Inhaling and exhaling. And then on your next inhale, allowing your knee to bend, stretching through the front of your bent leg and in the inner thigh of your straight one. A few more breaths here. And inhaling back to three-legged down dog. And then stepping that foot forward between the hands, finding a stable lunge position. And when you found your footing, inhaling and reaching your arms up towards the sky, allowing yourself to sink into the stretch as you press your left hip forward and your right hip back. Inhaling now your hands to heart center, and on the exhale, coming in for a twist, hooking your left elbow over your right knee, gaze up and back. Breathing here, we're only here for a few seconds. Great job, inhaling back to that high lunge position, arms outstretched above you, and then bringing them down to the mat or your shin, and straightening through that front leg. If you'd like, having the hands on the shin or a block, if that's easiest for you, or you can go ahead and plant them on the ground, making sure to keep your back nice and straight. Last breath, inhaling as you bend your right knee, exhaling to step back into plank. And you can either meet me in downward dog or go through a flow, lowering down into Chaturanga Dandasana, upward facing dog, and on the exhale, pressing into downward facing dog. Awesome, so now we gotta do that series on the other side. Take a couple breaths here just to pedal through the feet. And then inhale, finding your three-legged downward dog, pointing through the left toes. Trying not to twist through the torso, keeping your hips square with the front of the mat, arms engaged. On your next inhale, bending through the left knee, finding that quad stretch. And you should also feel this on the inner thigh of your right leg. Breathing. And inhaling, coming back to center, reaching through the left toes. One breath. And then on your next inhale, stepping the left foot between the hands and finding a high lunge position, arms reaching up towards the sky. Time for that twist. Bringing your hands down in front of you, palms together, and then this time hooking your right elbow over your left knee and trying to look up and over that right shoulder. Maintaining the strength in the pose. Your back should be straight, one long line from the top of your head to your heel. Great job. Inhaling, arms back up to the sky. And then exhaling, placing your palms on either side of the foot or resting them on the shin for support. Straightening the left leg, but not locking it out completely. Coming into pyramid pose. And on your next inhale, bending the left knee, shifting your weight forward as you step back with the left foot, finding a high plank, and then lowering yourself all the way down to the mat, coming onto your knees if that's easier for you. From here, lengthen your arms and your legs long, and then I want you to reach back with your right hand and try to grab your right foot. We're going to come into a half bow pose. Use your left arm for support as you press your foot into the palm of your right hand, lifting your chest up off the mat. Make sure to keep your right knee pointing directly behind you as you focus on stretching through that right quad. And when you're ready, slowly lower down, and we're going to switch sides. So reach back with your left arm this time to grab your left foot and lift your chest up off the mat as you press your foot into your palm, really stretching through the left shoulder and the front of the left leg. A couple more breaths. And release, coming all the way back down to the mat. We're now going to try for the full bow pose, so reach back with both hands and try to grab both feet, lifting your chest all the way off the mat. 2 deep breaths here, keeping your shoulder blades down and back, reaching through the crown of your head. And last breath, releasing back down. Fantastic. Press yourself back and find a comfortable child's pose, reaching your fingertips long, allowing your chest to sink in towards the mat. And on your next inhale, press yourself up into an all-fours position and then swing around to come onto your butt and lower all the way down onto your back. Bottoms of the feet together, allowing your knees to fall outwards, stretching through the inner thighs. Your arms can rest comfortably by your sides with your hands a few inches away from your hips. And I want your attention to return to your breath. Inhaling through the nose and exhaling through the mouth. With every inhale, feeling your ribs expand. And on every exhale, feeling the breath leave your body, along with any tension or stress or worry. Allowing yourself these moments free of any anxiety or commitments. Giving yourself this time just to breathe and to be. And if you like, you can now stretch your legs out long and allow yourself to sink as deeply as you can into your mat, just letting the world pass you by. Ever so slowly, I want you to bring attention back to your body. Begin by wiggling your fingers and your toes. And if you like, you can stretch your arms and your legs in opposite directions, giving yourself a nice full body stretch. Lengthening and re-energizing. When you're ready, bending the knees and rolling onto one side. And then using your top arm to press into the ground and bring yourself back up to seated position. Cross-legged or kneeling, up to you. And let's finish this off with 2 deep breaths. Inhaling, reaching your fingertips up to the sky, and exhaling, releasing your arms back down to your sides. One more time, inhaling, lengthening through the crown of the head. And exhale, elbows down and back for cactus pose. And we are done. Thank you guys so much for watching. I really hope you enjoyed this video. If you'd like to see more from me, please give this a thumbs up and leave me a comment down below of what you would like to see in my next video. Hope you guys have an awesome day, and I'll see you again soon.